blessed, and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, love to you and welcome. And to my returning subs, my growing extended beautiful family, thank you for the love and support. We're all making big healthy changes for our lives to better our mental health and our better well-being, to guiding us towards the passion of purpose that we can truly enjoy. So with that being said, much love to all. Namaste, love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, please like and subscribe, hit that notification bell at the bottom so you know when your girl's about to upload her next video. Also, if you're comfortable enough, drop me a line or two. I love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me, even if it's about the positive feedback to the content of my video, or you're just up telling me about your empathic gift, how it impacted your life and heading you towards a positive direction. And if you feel like the videos are very informative to you, give you good uplift vibes of whatever, this positive, that you would love to share with a loved one, family, or a friend, or even a towards a life purpose, or even um, spiritual guidance is needed, please go ahead and share them while you're at it. Give a girl a thumbs up, like, and also share on your social media favorites wherever you see fit. And I hope you're able to resonate with the content of my video. The YouTube channel I'm using today is called Self Healing Collective. Is the down also the download. The meditation music that I'm using is called Talk to God, 528 hertz, miracle prayer music, deeply relaxing music for positive energy and inner peace. And I'll post that link in the description box below. And the video I'm doing today is Twin Flame 101, Heyokas, loving and appreciating your passion of purpose. It's true. A lot of us have gone down these workloads of, I've been working since I was like, what, 15, 16. It's like I was pregnant at 16. So my first job was like McDonald's, so it's just like when you have gone through different jobs, I even tell my kids the same way. If you're in a situation where you're not getting growth from those jobs, it seems like more of a headache than something that you're passionate in. If it's something like it's really forced, you're not going to enjoy yourself. You're not going to put your all into it. It's just like I was telling y'all yesterday. If there are certain things that you want to do in your life that is not just positive for you and your well-being, but being able to surround yourself in positivity, whereas it's like putting your gift of being a light worker of whatever purpose that you're holding, for you to be able to combine those off with what your purpose is, being able to do something where it doesn't feel like a job or a career, but it's just a lifestyle. Like, when people, I love doing my videos. Like I said, I love doing them. They're very much therapeutic for me. It's a positive outlet. It releases a lot of things. It's helping me maintain my strength, being able to, accept my power, being able to, not resist the things that needs to be changed in my life, being honest about myself, speaking highly of myself, towards, not just towards myself, but towards the universe, being able to see the world and, in constant change. Yeah, everything may not be perfect right now. Yeah, there may be feeling like hell is breaking loose out in the world, but everybody's doing some form of reflecting. A lot of people are, reacting to it in a negative way, and there's a lot of people that are actually reacting it to a positive way. But it's like when you're allowing yourself to go into your purpose, a lot of us are just now waking up, trying to be able to understand our purpose. You may be at a job, it's like spiritual awakening comes up. You can't work at a regular job anymore. If you do, it is going to sound crazy to you, it's like, because you're seeing everything from a different form. You're not at that 3D level, or if you are at the 3D level, you're allowing yourself to be, open towards the unknown. You know what I'm saying? Being able to find your place in the world, which is okay. You can't force yourself to go from 1 to 1,000 within a couple of hours. You can't do that. You're working your way up. You're being open to receiving that. And it can be very scary because these are things you're not used to. There's a lot of times that has to sink in, like, dang, am I really the spiritual being or whatever? I heard yesterday, oh, we're nobody's perfect. I had somebody. What is funny to me, I notice, is when videos is about, um, talking about dark empaths. There's dark empaths. There's narcissists. There's sociopaths, psychopaths. There's sadists. All these different things out there. When I notice I speak on these things, people lash out at me, and I'm just like, You must be one of them people I'm talking about, because I'm just trying to understand, why is this rubbing you the wrong way if you don't like, my videos. It's usually, it's the thing. I always tell people, if you don't like what I'm saying, or you don't agree with that, you don't have to watch me. And there's a lot of people that appreciate the things that I'm doing, and a lot of people hate me for what I do. Either way, it's giving me growth. It lets me know, hey, this is something I need to look into. People like these videos, because I see there's a lot of views that comes out on this video. Being able to, talk about things. I love it when, universe guides me to talk about something different. I love learning new things every day, because I always try to make sure I'm talking, I know what I'm talking about. I don't want to step into something and not know what the heck I'm talking about. And people are like, oh, well, this ain't this is not that, or whatever. Because I always tell people, you have the right to share your views here. I want people to feel comfortable. This is their safe haven for you to be able to be yourself here. Because it's like a lot of times when we're around our surroundings, we can't be ourselves the way we want to, because there's like not people around us that, get us that way. You might be talking gibberish. It's like your own language at times when you start speaking your spiritual views. You're like, Rosalind, people be think I'm crazy. Do I need to go, to a psych ward or whatever? I always tell people, hey, if you really feel like you need to find a therapist, find one that's like-minded, that's in that spiritual. If you can find one like Ralph Smart. Ralph Smart is into psychology, but he's also an empath at the same time. So you ain't got to worry about saying your views, and next thing you know, your butt be, hit up with all type of Thorazine, and they done caught you, as a 5150 or something like that, and locked up, and you ain't coming back out no more. But, you're being guided towards things that you love. I always tell people, if you know you're getting written up at your job, people are constantly lashing out at you, you're always the problem. But even though you give the solution, they're going to still. And a lot of times we stay at jobs. I was like that, staying at jobs because we had bills that we had to pay. We had children we had to provide for, different bills we had to, to deal with, to maintain. And, God and the universe allowed that to work out for me in my favor. Even though I'm going through things right now, I can't allow myself to, be fearing of that, because that means it's blocking down my blessings. What could be opening to me to come to me to make sure that is taken care of. Universe will make sure of that. They just want you to have that faith in them. They're like, hey, if they tell you to take this route, you need to go ahead and take that route. They're telling you to go a certain direction. Don't be feared of that. And I always tell people, now it's different when somebody else is telling you, because it could be a 50-50 chance that they're leading you down a hellhole. They're leading you down something because they see that light in you. They see that good in you, that they know whatever you're going to put your heart into, that's going to soar for you. But it's just like, you have to be able to do something that you truly love, that you already know this is going to make sure it takes care of every, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, financially, whatever. When you're doing it everything from the heart, and you're giving it all you got, and it's not something that feel like it's forced for you to do, you know um that's when things are going to get fruitful for you. I've been doing this for 4 years, and I mean, it seems like a blessing every day. Yes, I've had my downfalls. Yes, I've had things where it had setbacks for me. That's fine, but you have to be able to take the ups with the downs. This situation for me, being a content creator and a vlogger for, like mentoring, empaths or whatever. Not everybody starts off successful. If you're blessed to be able to, get somebody that puts you out there, like, Victor Otto, Ralph Smart, Aaron Dodgery, or, Teal Swan, or somebody like that. Dar Har was a Dar Man, or, Jay Sheedy, or somebody that puts you out there on the game like that, and it gets you, different views, and gets you a whole bunch of different subscribers. That's a blessing. But with my situation, I'm still grateful for it, because I started from the ground up. I started like right after my dad died. I think it was probably like a couple of months afterwards. I was going through all those different things, and just learning about myself as being a spiritual being. And then all of a sudden I start seeing all these mystical hats that I carry, that shoot, if they would give like bonuses for that, boy, I'd be rich as hell, because all these different things that I've been guided to do. And it just feels like a blessing. And just being able to know, it makes me feel good, not in a, arrogant way or being conceited. It's just being able to know I'm doing a good job when people say that my videos is helping on the things that they experience in life, because it can be hard when we deal with a lot of situations that we truly need to, really allow ourselves to see every angle of being able to get a deeper understanding and receive a deeper understanding about ourself, our spiritual, whatever we got going on. And it's just, you're being called to step upon this purpose, and they want you to be able to enjoy it, being able to see all the fruits of the benefits you can get from those situations. With me, it helps me to be, I allow myself to be vulnerable in front of y'all knowing I be looking like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer at times when I'm crying and stuff. Like right now, it's just for me exfoliating and all that stuff, so I'm kind of red. But going through things, it allows allows me to be vulnerable, because I didn't like being vulnerable like that. It's just like sometimes you see people that are really being true about the things that they go through, but there's also, I've seen it here where, people are just doing this for views. I don't seen what people can do for views, and I'm like, wow, I would not do that. But it is what it is. People do that. It's just like with me. I mean, I can tell you the most embarrassing things that I've gone through, the things that I'm not proud of, but that's me. It's not like, okay, these things has happened to me, but that doesn't mean these are the things that help me grow. When you're allowing yourself to not be shamed in the things that brought you to where you are, even though you're still growing, you're still learning, you're nowhere near the person that started. But when you're being guided towards these things, it's just a lesson of love. It's a lesson of love towards self, humanity, the people that you're trying to help, being that example, to be able to show people you can always have that choice of change. It's up to you what you want to change. You can stay the same and allow yourself to be in a situation where you're no longer needed, or you can allow yourself to grow. And when you're actually on that lifestyle of where it makes you feel comfortable and it gets you excited, because it's like with mine, I started off at YouTube and there was so many people, Roslynn, you need to get on Twitter, Roslynn, you need to get on IG, Snap. I'm like, look, I gotta crawl before I walk. I've been doing YouTube for almost close to 4 years. Then, then I'll start going to migrate on Facebook. Well, first I took a whole lot of people off of Facebook. I had over almost close to either 1,600 or almost close to 2,600. I can't remember. Now I'm just like with probably 90 people, because it was like all them other people there were just for surveillance cameras when they found out who I was related to, or people, want to talk and, share businesses or whatever. Now I'm just like, I just don't have time. That's ego ridden. I had to allow myself to bust out of that real quick. I had to bring myself down a notch and not be, living through the ego. You have to allow yourself to be honest. Yeah, I was living through the ego a little bit. You know, I was happy, to find out who I was related to. But a lot of times people see that as me bragging. But it's like, it is what it is. You would love to be able to, share awesome stories when it comes to your parents. It's just what mine is like, a public figure. So, going through all that, I mean, I've seen a lot of different sides of that. People are like, man, it got to be cool. That has to be fascinating. Yeah, some parts it is, but then there are certain parts that you just can't be out there the way you want to be out there like that. It's like me is me. I'm, when it comes to my dad, I try to hold high respect, high regards of that, because, even though he's no longer amongst the living, I want him to be proud of me, going through all those different things, but keeping it real at the same time. I really love what I do, being able to share my experiences through life of being my dad's child, as well as telling the trauma that I've had to endure because of being my dad's child. I'm holding on to him today. Got his, this little our little symbol, twin flame symbol on today with his picture on it. I don't know if y'all can see it. So, I was going through all those different things, and him helping me along the way, being strong. He always tells me if I'm not talking to him, I'm talking to my grandmother or my grandfather slash parents, about, they tell me, you got this, you can do this, not everything is easy. What purpose you've been placed on is broke you in many ways, but this is also the thing that's going to mold you into something that you never imagined you're going to be, and which it has. It showed me a lot of strength to be able to carry that, to where I've had to, really have a what they call it, tough skin, because because I've got a lot of comments that was positive, but then I got a lot of them that was cutthroat. Had a lot of them that was brutally negative, but all of that helped me grow. I appreciate all those things. You have to be able to allow yourself to not worry about what people say. When you allow yourself to know that you're driven by something that really means a lot to you, you're gonna have people that's gonna scope you out and be trying to find any kind of way to divert you into a different direction because they don't want to see you grow at all, because they gave up on what they were supposed to do a long time ago. But that has nothing to do with you. You have to stay focused on that. And when you see somebody who is trying to break you down from what you really dream of, because you're not going to have a lot of people that are going to support you on those things. There's not going to be a lot of people that are going to live in the dream and believe in your dream. And I always tell people all the time, when they can't believe in their own dream and they can't manifest their dream, trust and believe they're not going to believe in yours. They ain't going to want to believe that because they don't want to see you do better than them. So, but that shouldn't allow you to slow down what you got going on. You have to keep thriving. You have to keep going. There's going to be some days you want to give up on certain things, but it's going to be that passion. There's days when I'm sitting out, and if only way I know I'm sitting out like that, it drives me nuts because I'm like, ooh, I want to do a video, and universe and God will make sure if they got to sit up here and cut my whole Wi-Fi and stuff off, or I'll be sick as a dog for them to do that. But like, no, you need to take care of yourself. And then people are like, Roslynn, you got me on my self-care. You need to take care of yourself. You can't sit up here and pour from an empty cup. you know you have to be able to take care of yourself, because there's a lot of times I tell people, that's why I was saying yesterday, if I'm telling you I'm recharging and I'm resting, please don't start wanting to tell me your whole life story after that. I got on going on, because a lot of times people just want to be heard. you know so it's like going through all those things. I just tell people, let me just get this rest, and after when I get myself situated, I'll be able to talk to you. But if you want to keep going all like this, and I told you let me rest, and you want to keep doing it, don't be surprised when you open that box back up and it says, oh, you can't respond to this person, something went wrong, because I unblocked you. Because it's like right now people are like, when I hear, it's like we are all connected in some kind of way. You see what is taken away from your spirit. You see what can, really mess up your vibes, what can really physically drain you. You can't deal with the toxic situations. There's been people that blocked me because I was toxic. I get it. I understand. Because if you know you're on a path to where you are learning and growing, you see all these big possibilities in your way, you don't have time to invest in yourself on something that may put you 10 paces back. Because a lot of times we don't realize the people and the circles that we tend to keep in a company, whatever you want to call it, company you end up keeping, can really keep you, you know, very far behind when you deserve to be higher up than you want to. And it's just a lot of times how like I said in the last video, it's how you see yourself, how you see the universe, how you see the world, how you talk amongst yourself, how you talk about other people. You're becoming, I don't want to say you're a work in progress, because no, you're molding your own perfect masterpiece. It's perfect in your eyes, not like perfect in a conceited type of way, but it's perfect in the way God sees you, because you're living in God's truth. You're living in God's path, the universe path, because they're guiding you towards things to be able to help other people. Because there's so many people out here that's wounded. There's so many people that are out here wanting to be victimized or wanting to talk about being victimized. And yes, I can say it. Yes, I was victimized, but it's all about what that victim molded into something I conquered. Healing from, allowing myself. Sometimes you gotta be broken to be mended all back again to where you're supposed to be. And those are the things that is really going to help you soar. You're allowing yourself to be guided. What gives you that like, oh, I want to go ahead. And it was just like I was on. It's another video I'm about to do, and I was just on IG sharing my videos and stuff like that, and I see Tammy Roman. That is my girl. She was from Basketball Wives. She was on Real World, and I forgot what singing group she was in the back of the day in the 90s. And she reminded me of my sister, God rest her soul. And she just stood up here and said, this is starting off of the new week, so it has to be that new mindset, that new, those new opportunities to open up the new blessings. And I was like, yes. And then I was like, okay, this got me on my, and next thing you know, boom, I ended up having me another content title and just run off from that. So I ain't gonna go ahead and say what the title is. I'm just waiting until I do that video. But universe has guided me to talk about different things to look for when you're dealing with people that are set to block your blessings, different people that where you have to look from that, that may stunt your growth. Things you need to, and it can really break you down mentally, brainwash you to make you feel like everything is your fault. I've been in situations like that before, and for me to be able to use those different experiences to be able to help educate other people. And it's not saying that you're stupid, but a lot of times we place ourselves in situations just because of what we've been exposed to in our upbringing, where we feel like this is normal. And it's just like the stuff I've been through, that's not normal. Hell, my lifestyle is not normal, and it's good to be that way. I don't like being normal. I wouldn't want to. Anytime somebody want to say, "Oh, you ain't gonna be nothing," I'm like, "Thank you, I appreciate it." Look at it, girl. Did you know I just insulted you? No, you didn't. You thought you were, because it's just like when you're nothing, that means you can attract anything, everything. Long as it's in God's eyes and this is something of prosperous and positivity of love and light, attract that mess as much as I want to. So I hope you were able to resonate with a lot, with the message of this video. That's why I meant to say I got all hyped up. I'm really feeling good today. Like I said, I had me a little, a little hiccup this morning. But when I say, something can really piss you off and it end up turning around when you allow yourself to get out your feelings and, and see that truth. Those are the big ups to Brett Go Lightly, my sister from another mister, Miss Lydia Bell. My other sister is Miss Tally Dancy, Marquette Irvin Morbane, and Claire Francis, Guy Foyle. Much love to you, and D Little 39D1. I think that's what that is. My bad. And Mandy, much love to you as well. So like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, drop me a line, share it with somebody. They may find something interesting in the channel that they can relate to. Drop me a line. I would love to give you a post notification shout out. If you need to get in touch with me privately, you can always find me at Facebook Messenger. Just look me up under my name. Send me a message there. Or you can DM me on my IG account. I'll leave that information at the bottom. And please let them be serious inquiries. It's all about helping you have a deeper understanding about your spiritual purpose and path of mission. Know that you are truly blessed, highly favored, and forever loved, and knowing there's always somebody out there praying for your better days. And I pray that everything that you're trying to manifest into your life comes 100,000 times more than what you asked for, prayed for, even expected, and soon is when you're receiving it as well. And even through the social distancing, make sure you give out love, light, positivity, as well as prosperity words, vibes, frequencies. You never know. All those things can really take somebody a long way. Much love to you. Peace and be well.